Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Omar, and I am back with another video for you. Now, today, what I want to discuss is the whole abortion situation that's been going on. I guess up until maybe a week and a half ago, the Roe versus Wade thing has been ruling has been overturned. So, as far as I know, when I had done a little bit of research, now it is up to the states to determine whether or not they're going to legalize abortion. So they can either ban abortion altogether, or the states have the power to put more restrictions in place when it comes to women getting abortions. So what I want to do is that I just kind of just want to touch on, just from the little research I've done, as far as my thoughts on the whole abortion thing. I don't consider myself a political person. I don't get caught up in the matters of politics because people tend to let their emotions get the best of them. And I come from a understanding that we can agree to disagree. We don't necessarily have to have the same political views. We don't have to necessarily have the same, um, political candidate in mind, whether it be Democrat, Independent, or Republican. We can agree to disagree, but we can still have healthy dialogue back and forth, and do as best as we can to try to come with a solution to a lot of these problems that's going on in society. Now, when it comes to the whole abortion thing, this is my whole take on it. I understand that there are cases where you may have a girl that's 14, 15 years old who may have had her virginity taken by a grown man that forced himself on her, raped her, and as a result of that incident, that 14 to 15-year-old girl may end up pregnant. So I don't believe that it's fair for her, knowing that she didn't have her virginity taken away. Number two, and have her childhood taken away, um, along with it, to expect her to be able to carry a baby full term. So in cases like those, I would understand why that young teenage girl would get an abortion, due to the circumstances of her situation. Now, I'm also aware of the fact that you may have, married couples who plan to have children, who may have a child, who may become pregnant with a child, and may have some complications during the pregnancy, and the doctors may give her the option, since the pregnancy is not only a risk for the baby's health, but it's a risk for her health as well. So the doctor would give her an option of like, hey, you know, um, you can continue on this pregnancy, but as you continue through this pregnancy and maybe carry full term, that there's going to be some complications regarding your child, and there may be some health complications for you, or you have the option to terminate the pregnancy, so that way it's so, and then of course the husband and wife can always try again for another healthier pregnancy, another healthier child. So in cases like those, I can understand why a married couple want to move forward with the abortion. Now, I have looked on the New York online article on New York Times to get a demographic of majority of the folks who actually have the abortions. And what I come to find out is that, number one, they are beneath the poverty line. That's number one. Number two, they're between the majority of them are between the ages of 20 to 29. Women between the ages of 20 to 29. And number three, majority of them are single or unmarried. So can you see the problem that we're having here? It's more than just a women's rights issue. This is a moral issue here. If you're not able to, if you were not able to have a financial resources to take care of a child, then why are you having children? That's my thing. Why are you having children if you don't have the typical environment to that's conducive to raising a child, which is in a marriage in a two-parent household? Then why would you want to make your life that much harder having a child or be in that position to terminate a pregnancy knowing that mentally and financially you're not equipped for that? So a lot of times people like to complain about things not going get people things not going their way, how how their life is so hard and all that, but you got to understand something. Your life is hard due to the choices that you've made. It's not, no, you can't point the finger at anybody else. It all goes back to accountability. It's all about the choices I've made. It's about the choices that you have made. That's what makes life harder. So if we want to make life a little bit easier for us, to where we don't have to make those difficult decisions like this, because I'm sure abortion is a life-changing experience for anybody that's either thought about it or went through it. Then I would suggest that we got to make better choices overall, and maybe that can be maybe that can allow society to be in a better position than it is now. So that's my whole take on the whole abortion situation. And like I said, you don't have to agree with anything I said. If you do, fine. If not, then that's okay. Let's have a honest and educated discussion about those things and see what solutions that we could come up with. I'll talk to you later. Peace.